I had a thought just now, or a reflection, or a self-reflection, if you like. It was on the subject of writing books and work, and how my father always used to beat me over the head with his work. And as a farmer, I work so fucking hard and all this da-da-da-da bullshit, frankly. And it's like, his mates down the pub are like, oh, they don't work, though. Like his guys down the pub, like a lot of the time with them, his circle of mates, called Dave's, like laying slabs all day, working for a patio company. Like, that is fucking hard work. And like, my dad has done nothing other than farming in his life. Like a bit of building work, or he's got people in to do building work. He's like sat in the JCB all day going like, and like there on the bucket with me, frankly, like doing like roof repairs, or like putting in a new bit of roof on a barn or what have you, or getting like someone in to do the concreting, because like he doesn't really know how to do that shit because he's all about farming, right? And like I've done like building work as well, like little tiny bit really, on my dad's farm, yeah, a bit right on there, and like this guy who he bought some land. He bought some land from him. Sort of helped him build his house for a day. Like, that is fucking hard work. That's really hard. I was like shoveling soil or whatever. Like, it killed me. Like, people bitch and moan about, builders being lazy and like farmers, all they're so like noble and hard working, aren't they? Like, oh, we need food though, like we need houses also. Like, builders, like, they're not lazy, honestly. Like, yeah, they're never on time. But like, they're probably fucking knackered also a lot of the time, builders. But he's like, oh, I fucking like all people in offices, all they don't fucking do no fucking work, and like I couldn't do that. Never. I have done that. I couldn't stick that. No way. Like working in an office, sat down all day like you're at school in a fucking suit, like had to commute into work on a horrible train, and like, you get a little bit of lunch, go to McDonald's and eat crap and sit down and be sedentary. Like, at least with like more manual intensive work, you're getting an endorphin here. You're getting fitter doing it. And yeah, it's like, you should like or advertise all buildings jobs like free gym membership or something like corny like that, And like milking cows is like hard work, yes. But I love milking. I love it to bits. I love working with cattle. It's fantastic because they're such a delightful presence, for one thing. The job is nice and repetitive. I don't have to do what I do in like customer services and working in pubs and restaurants. Like, next customer, like there's a wall of customers all wanting beer, and we're rushing around all the time, like and communicating constantly, and it's like very, very above the neck stuff. Like, milking is actually quite relaxing. It's an odd thing because it's pleasurable. It's kind of zen, as long as you're not doing it too quickly and you're on kind of a very intensive farm where you're being pushed constantly. And then it's kind of unpleasant. But then it's like you're in a busy pub, you're getting pushed. And that's not fucking easy. Like, and on a level, like, I'm tempted to say, like, there is no easy work. Not really. Like, in any work, really, if like you're working for serious people doing it, like, if you're not pulling your weight, you'll get forced out, and they'll shove you aside and like try and get someone else in. That's usually how it will break down. But there's an issue of sort of like employment-based discrimination, I think, in society, and it accompanies an anti-intellectualism. Also, like people who work more with their minds than with their bodies. Because obviously, everyone who works with their body is also working with their mind. Like, a bricklayer is obviously working with his mind, so, doing the skill that he's learned, that's stored in his mind, how to lay brick. Like, that's mental activity. But then there's people who that a lot of what they do is involved with thought, like, say, a physics professor like they'll sort of like bumble around all the time thinking about how the universe works or something. And it's not like the bricklayer is inherently less valuable than the physics professor. They're about as valuable as each other. They're just rather different in how they conduct their work. That's all I think. And it's like, it's almost, yeah, it's different. It's like somewhat unfair that, a physics professor is paid, well, actually, having said that, a physics professor is paid about like 70 grand a year before tax. And I'm going to say like someone with their own building firm is probably averaging about that. And a bricklayer, like if you're like employed as in that position, probably earning about 28, 29 grand a year, I'd like to say. It's like, postdocs actually do earn that sort of money. So, like, in terms of pay, it's actually not all that different. And it's not like they have more education in something. Well, they have more qualifications probably. If you're a physics professor, because you've got to go through like a longer stage of academic training than being a bricklayer. But I mean, bricklayers, like maybe it's an apprenticeship, maybe college. Then I guess a lot of those guys go on to some degrees actually in like surveying and whatever, and maybe masters even like site management or what have you, and then progress. But yeah, it's an issue of class, and this issue of class is somewhat erroneous in my opinion, because like we get it all from classical Marxism, basically, like Marxist thinking. Like this is where the ideas really come from, like this. Like the bourgeoisie, those are the owners of the means of production. Like, are my hands not a means of production? Is my mind not a means of production? Are the bourgeoisie, they're business owners, right? And the business is the means of production, right? Okay. And the employees are the proletariat. Okay. So if I'm a neurosurgeon employed by the National Health Service, am I proletariat because I'm employed by a big NHS trust? Or like, oh no, it's like you own some share in that trust but get a salary, right? Of obviously neurosurgeons get paid pretty handsomely, and they work like incredibly hard as well, obviously, on call all the time. Alex Alamri, the neurosurgeon, has got a great YouTube channel called Brain Book, and I've sort of like developed a comedy bit where I'm sort of taking the piss out of him slightly for being a scary surgeon. But I mean, Alex Alamri, no, I won't do it. But I mean, in case he's watching and he wants to cut my brain out or have a look at my brain. But yeah, you shouldn't discriminate in employment. Like taxi drivers work very hard. I couldn't fucking drive a car around all the time. I don't like driving at the best of times. I do like it a little bit actually. It's kind of alright, but I mean, picking up like a gaggle of pissheads, it's 2 o'clock in the morning from outside a club. Like, no, I fucking don't want to do that. Shit, of course not. Like, there is work that pays better than other forms of work. It's somewhat unfair, I think, or kind of unfair. But yeah, there are forms of employment that are harder than other forms. Or not harder, no, but more well remunerated than other forms of employment. And it's somewhat shitty, frankly. Like, a stockbroker gets paid in orders of magnitude more than a nurse. And like, is a stockbroker more important than a nurse? Like, who the fuck's gonna say that? And like, take themselves seriously? But You know, like, I work. So well, what I do fucking nothing. Obviously, I just work down the pub, and you know, like, or like do my schoolwork. You know, if I do my schoolwork, right? Because like, it's like that's all you've got. Like, as like a comeback for like you justifying like yelling at me for whatever reason as a kid. It's like, oh, around here you do bloody nothing. It's like, I worked him at every available opportunity. I took any and all work that was going from like entering teenage years, and before then, if he asked me to help him out with something, like, I never refused him. So I don't know what the fuck I should have done. Like, been born, like, I know what it is as well. It's like an issue of another form of discrimination. He always thought I was gay. That's it. It's like, farming, it's like, ooh, it's not a gay man's job. It's like, I think you're a gay man for thinking that, probably. That homophobes are usually gay. It's been actually tested with science. Like, homophobic men, they exhibit greater levels of penile arousal over gay porn, because like scientists, it wasn't doing important work. They put like probes or detectors on their penises and then showed them gay porn, and they got aroused more often than non-homophobic people. That sort of shows you the issue with homophobia. 50% of men in ancient Greece were bisexual or gay. That number's gone down to like 7% now, apparently. And mental health discrimination taboo in agriculture, it's fucking rampant, in spite of the fact that a lot of farmers kill themselves. I've known 2 of those people. So it's fucking disgusting that you people would like consider, you know, operating in that industry and taking yourself seriously, or deigning to be taken seriously by other people, much less, you know, or the industry at large. And there's no reason why anyone should have to tolerate that at work, and there's no reason why anyone should have to tolerate working for you, even and especially if their mental health condition doesn't prevent them from doing their job.